Well, Antarctica is the greatest ice reserves in the planet, and as a result it's been described accurately as an air conditioner to the planet. Not only has it an enormous amount of ice mass on the continent itself, but it's also got the Antarctic circumpolar current that has for millennia regulated its climate and helped its incidence and its impact on the rest of the planet. I'm a polar explorer, so Antarctica figures prominently in my purview in terms of adventures and exploration. I'm lucky to be handy with a camera. It's sort of one of the tools that I have in helping me communicate. I don't look at my camera as just an art tool. For me, it's more of a weapon. It has the ability to speak to the heart, which is a link to the mind and hopefully to a program of action. Beauty is a catalyst to wanting to preserve. We won't save what we don't love, so helping people fall in love with their world is a way and a catalyst to wanting to save it. So the Southern Ocean happens to be the coldest ocean on the planet, and with that distinction it also has the highest capacity of heat absorption. Whilst we've witnessed a global temperature rise, the Southern Ocean has absorbed about 70% of its excess heat in its water. And this is, of course, the greenhouse gas principle. All of that heat is transferred into the ocean. And whilst this sort of conveyor belt of downwelling has driven these cold currents down to the bottom and brought cool currents to the surface, it's looked relatively stable. However, this, of course, is a limited process that cannot go on forever because the bottom is starting to get too warm. And that's what we're witnessing right now. If we're not careful, all of that heat stored at the bottom is going to start to transfer through the water column and from the surface all the way to the bottom. This is fundamentally a total breakdown of the oceanic life and marine food web. So we have to pay very, very close attention to the Southern Ocean. Climate has not taken a pause. We've had simultaneous heat waves both in the Arctic and in Antarctica, which is the first time in my awareness that this has actually happened within my lifetime. Adding to this, we have relatively unregulated fishing fleets that are plundering the Southern Ocean for its krill population in the same way that it had historically done for the whale populations. And so now these krill, which are basically the foundational base of the food chain in Antarctica, are endangered both from climate and from humans at the same time. Humans have operated primarily on a take, make, waste principle, mostly out of convenience, but also out of ignorance. But now that scientific knowledge is helping us connect the dots, understanding that we are only one link in an entire natural chain, and that the weakest link will essentially destabilize and potentially break down the entire chain. We need to be cognizant that the oceans have rights in the same ways that humans have rights. We need to protect those rights in order to protect ourselves. We have the ability today to implement both policy and to stimulate the research and development of technologies that can help us transform this system that we are part of. And if we are able to look at the future and ahead of us, we'll come to realize that this is a suicide mission to continue business as usual. So politicians today need to collectively recognize the primordial importance of ecology for the future of prosperity.